She's overjoyed to have a chance to face you once and for all.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Alright, everybody, we are here today taking a look at a little banger I've been looking forward to for a bit now. This right here is Loop8 Summer of Gods. And this one's gonna be right up your alley if you're a big Persona fan and you want more in between those releases. This is a game that definitely wears his inspiration on its sleeve. You'll be taking the role of a protagonist. This time around, I do believe the protagonist actually does speak. He actually has his internal monologue. But very much like in Persona, you're going to be going to school, building relationships that will eventually help out in battle for things like that. Here, however, we're dealing with a 1980s rural Japan setting that involves the end of the world quite literally, and that is where our title comes into play, Loop8. You see, you will have to experience the end of the world a couple of times to really figure out exactly how to prevent it going forward. Building the right relationships, making the right choices. Apparently it's a game with multiple endings as well, so depending on all the connections you make, all the choices you make, well, the outcome of the world might be a lot different for you. It's a good thing you didn't say the title of the game, you know? So just a bit of a heads up, we are indeed playing the Nintendo Switch version. It's available on many different consoles and PC. But I figure, you know, it felt like one of those games that could work well on the Switch.
Now that I think about it, I'll bet that at this very moment she feels just as nervous as me.
Good morning. Or good evening? Are you still feeling jet-lagged? Can you understand everything I'm saying? Thank goodness. You're Nini, correct?
What a name we have. Nini.
Uh-huh. I guess I should have started with that question instead of all those other ones. But, oh well. As you can tell, I'm also a bundle of nerves right now. Let's see. So as the Oyamas, and by that I mean my father, probably have told you already, my name is Konoha Oyama. Call me Konoha. When I heard we were related, I dug through our family tree. Turns out we're cousins. First cousins once removed. Though I probably have more of an answer, at least to you.
Okay, well, I guess you could kind of let out a sigh of relief in case you were wondering, is Konoha going to be a dateable option? Because I guess you're related, but in a first cousins once removed thing, which I don't even understand. And to be honest with you, I've never even looked into how that works. Oh, you're my third cousin, 4 removed from my uncle's side over on the grandmother. It's like, what does that even mean, dog?
That's complicated, right? Well, I think it's enough just to say that we're related. We're the same age, too. I doubt it'd be much fun having an aunt your age.
Oh, and she's your aunt, too, huh? There you go. The forbidden fruit.
Isn't it shockingly peaceful? Out of any town in Japan, and probably the whole world, Ashihara has suffered the least Kegai-related damage. But besides that, There's nothing particularly special about this place. And what's more, no one has any idea why the Kegai don't attack. Most people just chalk it up to us having extremely good luck. Right. Well then, let's eat. I decided to splurge a bit today, so we're having sushi. What? You've never eaten raw fish before? I'm really sorry about that.
What does that mean, you can't have it? Just go for it, dog. You'll like it.
You're going to encounter lots of stuff you consider weird. But don't get discouraged. I want you to have a great time on Earth.
Earth's gravity weighs me down like a sack of bricks. This is the worst. I don't think I'll ever get used to it. That was one hell of a day. I'm shocked to know I actually have a relative here. And we're pretty much the same age. That's an even bigger shock. So tired. Gravity's really taken its toll on me. Konoha mentioned something about the Kegai avoiding this town. I wonder if that's true.
But so far, you've seen everything that I've talked about. You know, it has that also Persona-like introduction where it takes a while. You gotta learn the basics, meet the people. There's a bit of a build-up, you know, you just don't just get dumped into the action.
I awake to Earth's gravity weighing me down. I feel as if I'm being crushed. I hear Konoha's voice saying breakfast is ready, so I head to the dining area.
Good morning. Did you sleep well? Apparently we had an earthquake last night. You slept so well you didn't even notice? That's great. I think you deserve an extra egg for going to bed on time.
This guy's like me. I literally have slept through earthquakes. I mean, I live in SoCal, so you just get used to them eventually, you know?
Earthquakes aside, like I mentioned yesterday, we need to visit the school. No need to feel nervous. We're just gonna complete your registration. Besides, everyone's totally normal. Promise.
You doubt that?
Actually, I think you'll be most shocked by how few classmates you have. Our school's in the middle of nowhere, after all. Okay, eat up, eat up! Let's plan to head out at 8.
Uh-huh. And here it is, huh? A lot of loading here with the Switch version, I can tell you this much.
Ta-da! Here's our little school. It's a pretty nice one, but very small. Counting you, we now have 4 students.
Oh, 4 students, huh? That is a very small school.
One more student should transfer here quite soon, so hopefully you won't feel too lonely in the meantime.
Oh, a whole 5 students in the entire school. Oh, now we're bustling for sure.
No. The lack of students isn't just the Kegai's fault. Japan has low birth rates. The population's been dropping for ages.
I feel like that's always injected into every single Japanese game I play. They always mention the low birth rates and, you know, the fact that people aren't having babies in Japan anymore.
I'll take care of the enrollment stuff, so why don't you go find our teacher, Miss Cooney, and familiarize yourself with the school?
Excuse me, Miss Cooney?
Don't you dare.
You've arrived. Mr. Oyama, I welcome you to Ashihara High School. As you may know, I'm one of your teachers here. My name is Kunie.
And if Persona has taught me anything, we should be able to date her too, so it's fine, don't worry. It's perfectly legal as well. It's consensual.
These days, Kegai-related damage is increasing everywhere you look, but studying is still a student's sole responsibility. So keep it together, and please work hard for my sake as well as your own.
I will.
Your grades will see steady improvement, and in turn, so will my reputation. It's truly win-win. So study hard, even if you must sacrifice sleep to succeed.
Now, one thing I should note, I will be doing some editing for this video in particular to cut down some of the dialogue because there's a lot of it here in the start. Otherwise, I won't be able to show any of the actual gameplay. So I'll do some cutting and editing here and there to make it seem like very smooth transitions.
I'm so glad I managed to cook up something you could actually eat today. Now that I think about it, I should have asked you what you liked from the get-go.
Ah, no, this guy's a coward for not eating the raw fish. Just go for it, dog.
Awful at talking it out. Good at jumping the gun. Your grandma always said that about me. It's just a bad habit of mine, you know. Well, we've almost finished getting you settled in here. So tomorrow onward, it's all up to you. Nini, you're free to do whatever you like.
Oh, alright. We're gonna actually now get some movement and control. Nini can receive supplementary lessons every weekday if he goes to his high school classroom between 8 and 9 a.m. Try to attend these classes whenever possible. A student is supposed to study after all. I suppose you're not wrong about that. But I don't really have to now, do I? It's just the option you give me. I could be a delinquent if I want to. Just spend time in the towns, working or something. You never know. Alright. So here we have a couple of places ready to jump to. I mean, right now you're kind of pigeonholing me into the high school, because I guess you really want me to do that? So much for being able to do whatever I want now, huh? A strange sphere is floating in the sky. What is up with that? Am I the only one who can see this or what? Should something like that really be floating? Earth has gravity after all? Since descending to Earth, I've dropped many a plate of utensils suspecting it to float. That's why I know for sure this isn't natural. And yet no one else seems to notice it. Maybe that's descending to signify the end of this loop. Alright, look at this actual movement finally. Great. So receive a supplementary lesson. I mean, as long as Miss Cody is giving me this lesson, then you better believe it. Which one is the... I guess left is the gym, right? This might be our school over through here. So as I've mentioned, I'm playing the Switch version. There's a lot of loading. I'm not sure how this would switch between, you know, if I was playing the PC version or any other console. But there's a significant amount of constant loading in the Switch so far. Now, in terms of performance right now, nothing really crazy is happening, so everything seems fine right now. No problems here. It's just mainly the loading in between. Where the hell is this classroom? You have a school with like 70 classrooms for 4 students, and only 1 teacher. Should I go upstairs? I'm gonna go upstairs, maybe. Doesn't it usually work between levels in Japan? Like, seniors are like at the top, and then like, you know, juniors and freshmen are at the bottom or something. No, doesn't really matter. Is it? I should head to class now. I'd hate to be late. Oh, what was that? No, it wasn't that. Yo, dog. Which one's your class? It's 1A.
Miss Cooney arrived.
Hello, Miss Cooney.
It's time for class. Do your best for both me and yourselves.
I will do anything you want for you, Miss Cooney.
After that, she suddenly stopped moving. Atop the desk stood a girl with fox-like ears. She's small, but has a high and mighty air. It's pretty underwhelming.
Take heed! This town is in great danger!
No one seems to pay her any attention. They keep talking.
Surprisingly, lowly cat girl is the one in front of Miss Cooney. Yeah, the jokes write themselves, really.
I'm being serious! The Kegai are coming! They're almost here!
I thought this town didn't get attacked, though.
They've probably managed to possess someone already, and are amassing power as we speak! We must do something soon, or else they'll consume their host in a mere 5 days! Everybody, steel yourselves for battle! We must seek the blessings of the gods and storm Yomotsu Hirasaka before it's too late!
What is happening?
Huh? Before I can process this, another student drags the fox-eared girl off the desk. I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
Usually Bunny's a very sweet, responsible girl, but now and then she has a little episode. Oh, she's in good health, I think.
You're familiar with this cat girl, okay.
It's
Thought I was
her
just seeing her
quirk.
myself.
Yeah, her quirk. Don't worry about it. I was surprised the first time it happened, but I got used to it. And our teacher was fine afterward.
This planet sure is something. But I do wonder if she's right.
Today our class grows by one,
Yo.
for we have a new transfer student. Please make her feel at home here. Introduce yourself.
I lack a surname, for reasons of my own. Ichika is what I'm called. Pleased to meet you.
Yo, look at the stink eye that Konoha's giving her. She knows she's about to get challenged as a top girl here now.
For family reasons, Miss Ichika's affairs are shrouded in mystery, but I've been told to mind my own business.
Indeed. We only wish to protect all of you, and preserve your happy, peaceful lives.
I see. Well, we should get class started. But, a word of warning to you all. The most dangerous thing in this world is single-minded devotion.
She sounds displeased, but Ichika seems unfazed. She's like a robot.
So there's like 6 students now, right? If we count the cat girl. But she's not supposed to be there, right? Because we were 4. 5 would be Ichika. That cat girl shouldn't belong here. Get her out of here, Teach. Who's the, tsundere one over here? Is that the right terminology for that one? She seems very quiet and very, like, kept to herself. Hasn't said a single word. Would that be right? Tsundere? I always get those deres confused. Alright. Like everybody else left me. Falcon class is over. You gonna hang out there? Yeah, I guess so, dog. Alright, so classes, benefits of attending classes. Yup. Can I go cause some havoc now and like maybe fight some Kegai? The end of the world. Yeah. I'll figure it out, dog. It's fine. Let me move. Just wanna move. There we go. No, I'm not gonna study anymore. We just came for supplemental classes. Train with the iron bars at the high school. Alright. You can improve your strength here. It'll take 90 minutes. Do it. I could put on a little bit of weight. Guy's a stick figure. Alright. 11, so we're at 100 to start off with. Increase stats by training. What stats do? Strength, agility, skill, energy level, divine power, intelligence, appeal. Well, I better have some nice appeal if I'm gonna date all apparently 4 girls in the classroom. Okay, let's get ourselves over here to bed. It's theoretically speaking my house now too. I just want to wander around. No, you can't wander around. Go directly to your room, young man. It's like auntie, you're my same age. It's kind of really weird if you're giving me orders. Let's rest.
And here we go.
Okay, it seems it's about to go down. Today, after many millennia, Kegai from Yomatsu Hirasaka broke through the barrier around Ashihara. Taking advantage of the immeasurable amount of time available to them, the Kegai extended their reach and pierced the barrier. The Kegai stir. Their great assault is about to begin. Alright. So we are indeed going to get at least some combat here. How minimal it's going to be, I'm not sure, but this is as much as I wanted to show. Yeah, see those talismans ripped? Not normally a good thing. In particular, I guess purple orbs in the middle of nowhere manifesting is also a pretty bad thing. There it is.
I found the entrance to Yomotsu Hirasaka.
You did well, child of man.
Hell are you guys doing here?
A fine display, novice.
I have no idea how or why, but they both appeared out of nowhere.
Oh, Yoyama Godslayer. A Kegai? No, you're not one of them. But what business could you possibly have with our town? This place belongs to humanity. Leave it at once.
Just so you know, I'm not your enemy here. I'm helping humans. I'm a divine messenger sent by a god who sympathizes with your plight. As a matter of fact, I myself am a god.
Then you're saying that you came down here of your own volition? But why?
You can see just how worried they are about this whole situation. Look, Nini has absolutely no idea what we're talking about. You're going to Yomotsu Hirasaka? And so am I.
Okay. Mood is now serious. We're no longer happy, we're no longer holy moods, now it's a serious mood. Yeah, alright, let's go. Let's go, dog. We'll figure it out. Got another loading, you just loaded in! Okay, complete the trial in Yomotsu Hirasaka. That seems to be the barrier itself. That girl's chasing me. Is this the trial? Suddenly, Kegai rose from the ground and attacked. Well, if it wasn't, it is now, huh? The Earth Bolt. Direct Nini in battle by first choosing a target and then... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll figure it out then. Benny, so select target. We could also select our own characters. We select ourselves, Ichika, Benny. We could also see their connections to each other. Apparently, Benny and Ichika are estranged at the moment. So Earthbolt it is, cleaves are only action. 3 emotions affect your attacks: friendship, affection, and hate. Although hate is the strongest of these, overusing it may end up making the enemy stronger. Really. Well, let's start with friendship, I guess. Get an idea how much damage you're doing here. 10 with that one, right? Allies and enemies alike act independently of you. Cat girl's doing fan dance. 12 damage, stronger than me. And you are buffing me up. Nice. The entire group, as a matter of fact. Demon Sight. Nini has a special power called Demon Sight, which you can use in battle as Foresight or Celestial Sight. Foresight lets you see what the other characters are thinking, which helps to predict how allies and enemies will act. Celestial Sight lets you see character special status effects, which will serve you well during battle. I'm not sure if it's like supposed to like have this cinematic like animation effect or if it's a switch, but it feels like kind of like framey, you know? Is it just me? Like, it just might be a stylistic choice, but at the same time, like, it looks cinematic, but at the same time also a little bit framey. I can't tell if it's one or the other, if it's a switch, or if it's meant to be that way. But that doesn't look smooth, if it means anything. The giant tree. What is this, Elden Ring? Tree that speaks. Oh, that's a big dude. Kukunochi? What does Kukunochi, this giant tree, do? They also have like the silhouette of a small girl. As a matter of fact, isn't that the girl from the classroom? The one that I said was possibly a tsundere? Alright, let's see here. She's overjoyed to have a chance to face you once and for all. Oh, okay.
I really am cursed, after all.
Nini and his party suffered defeat. Yes, we did. However, it feels like it was supposed to happen, right? Right? On that day, a forest engulfed the world. The only mercy was that it happened at night, so most people died in their sleep without suffering. Their branches stretched upward, reaching towards the heavens. We experience the end of the world again. And so, we get introduced to the loop feature. Gee, where have I seen this before?
Good morning. Or good evening. Are you still feeling jet-lagged?
Alright everybody, that's said and done. We're way over time with this one. I hope you have enjoyed. This has been Loop8 Summer of Gods. Hopefully giving you enough of a preview what the game's all about. Again, obviously very much Persona inspired for a fact. But it has its own damn charm for a fact. Very comfy. I'm actually kind of curious about checking this one out on my own time, to be honest with you. Just kind of like a chill in bed type of thing. I mean, I'm playing the Switch version, which is the reason why I got it in the Switch thinking, well, I could just, chill in bed and just, go into like handheld mode and play it that way, as I normally play most JRPG type games. But at the same time, a lot of loading for a fact here in the Switch, and I'm curious about those battles, if the animations are a bit more smoother, or if they're supposed to be the way we saw them here. So there's obviously a couple of hiccups there and there on the Switch. It's going to be up to you whether you want to sacrifice that for a more comfy experience. And again, if you get the PC version, you have a Steam Deck, I guess that's another way to go about it as well. So regardless of which, the game itself though, art style, everything about it, music, absolutely charming. Performance on the Switch, kind of a mixed bag. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you next time.